Its name is crude and ugly, like the act itself, but the title revenge porn tells us little of the sense of violation those who are subjected to it feel.
It's always the victim who gets shamed.
Leomie Anderson has experienced firsthand the pressure from boys to take intimate pictures of herself for others to enjoy and potentially exploit. She grew up in Wimbledon, now 23, and a world-famous model for brands like Victoria's Secret. She uses her own TV channel and websites to warn other young girls of the dangers of sexting.
Sending these pictures to your partner or whoever, I think that they feel like it shows that their relationship's more grown than it actually is, and then they're devastated when they receive the backlash if it gets leaked or exposed.
She believes with the proliferation of mobile phones and social media, young girls are increasingly vulnerable to the immature and sometimes vindictive whims of boys they want to impress. Whether it's sexting on the phone or posting revenge porn online, it is part of the same problem. And in spite of specific new laws being introduced in April of last year, it is a problem that simply hasn't gone away. In fact, new figures from the BBC show that in the year that law was introduced, there were more than 1,100 reported cases of revenge porn. That's from across 31 police forces nationally. Almost a quarter of those were here in London, and 40% involved young people under 19. For the head of the Revenge Porn Helpline, it's disappointing the new law hasn't had more of an effect.
We were hoping that there would be a real deterrent from having a custodial sentence as a possible option, but of course those cases probably haven't been to court yet. The ones that have been, it's been a community sentence, and I don't think that's sending a clear enough message yet.
And although there have been convictions like Hassan Azam, who the judge said deliberately humiliated his girlfriend, or Samantha Watt, who posted explicit images of hers, there are concerns about enforcement, with only 5% of cases in London resulting in charges. The fact that revenge porn websites like this one can be found so easily online also poses questions for internet providers and search engines. As for Leomie, she has this simple advice for any young girls watching: don't bow to pressure.
I honestly feel like that is the most mature thing that you actually can do. You're not frigid, you're not a prude, you're not scared. You're actually smart because you're keeping possession of these images and therefore keeping the power, and no one will ever be able to hold that over you. And, in the future, you're going to thank yourself for being smart about it.
She's clear the guilt lies with those who post, not those who pose. And she believes challenging attitudes to trust and privacy will have the most long-lasting effect. Alex Bushill, BBC London News.